Going to be going through the sort of dirty tactics that the people we apes are against are fighting. These people cannot be trusted. They're criminals, they're liars, they're any nasty word I can think of, but I won't say because I'm not going to be too mean to them right now. But before we get into a lot of negativity, on the positive side, I just want to say thank you for clicking on this video and thank you for all the support in the previous video. Can we try and get this video to 80 likes? It'll beat my last video. And if you don't get it at 80 likes, that's also fine as well. It doesn't really matter, but it'll be just funny to see if you guys do it. So anyway, thank you. We'll get into GameStop and get into these scummy, scummy people. So what happened with GameStop today? Well, it started the day at around, well, sorry, I'm on the longer chart here. It started the day at around 160, got up to highs of 163, and hit this a support level at about 155, which is good to see that it's not breaking below that. Went up back up again and then down to 157.53 currently, which is down 2% on the day. And if we just go out a little bit further, you can see that this is where the chart is compared to the previous highs of 350 and these levels of support. So it's not testing the previously 144 level of support, but interesting nonetheless. But this isn't about GameStop's price. This is about who we apes are against. So this is a article in relating to Robinhood's IPO that went down the other day, and I believe it's currently up 5% on the day, and it's around about $33 a share, I believe. Let me just get it up for you. It's $37 a share. So it was down on its first day of trading, and then has had a pretty good day today, up 7%. So, but what's the point in this? Well, Robinhood restricts users who flip IPO shares, and this is from Reuters. And online brokerage, this was in mid to late June, they will encourage users to not sell their shares within 30 days of offerings. Robinhood warned that investors who sell or flip their shares could be restricted from participating in future IPO deals for 2 months. We won't prevent you from selling the shares you get through the IPO access program. However, if you sell the shares within 30 days, it's considered flipping, and you'll be restricted participating in IPOs for 60 days. So Robinhood are pretty against this, and you can see here IPO flipping. It's the reason why is it's to stop investors from profiting off the initial IPO flop or pop, getting in there before other normal retail investors get in there, and then once the price goes up in the short term, they can just quickly sell or flip their shares for some quick money. But why is this? Well, if we go to this Reddit post here, Hood, who are Robinhood insiders, sold millions of shares on the IPO day, but restricted their own users from doing so. So if we just open up this, you can see here are the insiders and the CFO, the CEO, the CMO, the COO, GC, Chief Product Officer, and Chief Creative Officer, pardon, sold millions of shares on their first day. The CEO Vlad sold $45 million worth of shares on the first day. The CCO did. The CMO, which is the Chief Marketing Officer, sold all of her shares. Little faith in the company. That is a pretty telling sign right there that she decided to get rid of all of her shares. And if we just go to here, on IPO day, Vlad dumped over 7 million shares of Hood, totaling $275 million. Reminder that Robinhood was restricted to users who would flip the IPO, yet the CEO flipped the Hood IPO. So very telling that these, once again, are the people we're dealing with. Scum is the word I was using before. And what else do I have to say? Well, in other terms of scum, Citadel, they were banned from China for 5 years for algorithmic trading related to short selling in 2015. China did more to protect its market from Citadel than the US has. Let that sink in. Now I know China does have a little bad rep, but it shows that as corrupt as China is, it shows that the American stock market is at the very least equally as corrupt and probably more corrupt. So this is showing once again that Citadel are use bad and illegal practices, and yet the stock market also allows it. Um, and this is another thing. Uh, Representative Blakemore failed to disclose 1.1 million in stock and options, and he was several involved, a contractor, Raytheon, and for this fine he was fined $200. If you and I did something like that, it would be a lot more than $200. That's for darn sure, especially on 1.1 million in stock and options. And this is another thing. Rules passed by a committee might interest GME and AMC holders, and there goes the entire business model of Hood. And this was the Short Sale Transparency and Market Fairness Act, and this bill would shorten the reporting period. Doesn't look any nicer. For F13 disclosures from monthly to quarterly to monthly, and be filed within 10 days of each month. And basically, this is, long story short, I mean, you could look at more details. This is an American act that was passed, but just gives more transparency in the market and especially on short sales. But it passed, and it passed barely, and there were 22 representatives who did not vote for this act or bill. And you can see here, this is Lance Gooden. The average Americans deserve the same access to the stock market as hedge fund billionaires have. They were posting that on January when games price was sky high. And here are the 22 representatives who voted against the act. There he is, Lance Gooden. So it just kind of shows that we can't really trust anyone. Even when they claim to be on our side, they can be liars. So a very negative video today. A lot of negativity to show the kind of things we're up against. But as long as us apes keep holding, not necessarily even buying at this point. If you want to buy, please do buy, but if you don't, then don't. Just keep holding and holding and holding, and eventually the squeeze will happen, and it'll be the mother of all short squeezes. So right guys, just want to say thanks for watching. Give a like on the video if you enjoyed it. As I said, try and get up to 80 likes, but once again, if you don't, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It's just more, I want to get people watching these videos. It helps me out, and in return I'll try and help you out. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.